Hello, everyone. It's Charlton, and I just wanted to give you some new news about the Mollie Tibbetts story case. She's still missing, and I don't want to review everything right now. In fact, I was going to talk about this tonight, but because I really got to go get some work done. But I just saw before I was about to leave is that there's a story from Fox News, and it's only a couple hours old that FBI speak to pig farmer for second time about missing Mollie Tibbetts, and that is the individual Wayne Chaney, who they already questioned. They took photographs of his home, the interior of his home, as well as his garage. They took his phone overnight to analyze it and so forth. But apparently, according to this article, yesterday afternoon, Friday afternoon, they went back and just questioned him for like 5 to 10 minutes. A Fox News reporter spotted FBI leaving there, and they're reporting on it here. And they actually went to Wayne Chaney to speak to him and ask him what they asked him, and he refused, I think, to talk to them this time. So. And there was actually last night I saw an article in the Daily Mail who sort of has been behind. A lot of times the Daily leads on a lot of stuff, and they're the first to report on stuff, but they sort of been behind on the story. However, this Daily Mail article, that's what I was going to talk about tonight, because it talks about the mother and her thoughts on things right now, and it sort of differs a little bit with what's been out there, and she's not contesting anything. It's just there's been a lot of conflicting information and things that are not confirmed by the police, that are just making things a little bit confusing for me. So, but back to the Fox News article. That's very short, but it's really critical information that just came out right now, and it says. Okay, the FBI returned to the pig farm to question the owner in connection with the mysterious disappearance of 20-year-old Mollie Tibbetts. Fox News has learned the FBI agent was seen by Fox News arriving and speaking to Wayne Chaney for about 5 to 10 minutes Friday afternoon. During an interview with Fox News after the agent left, Chaney declined to say what he was asked. News of the FBI visit came as the reward for information leading to the missing woman's whereabouts safe return, as I understand it, is now at $220,000. I saw that yesterday. Chaney said of Tibbetts he had, quote, no idea who she was, and said he suspects, quote, some guy has her, unquote. Chaney also said that law enforcement asked him Thursday to take a polygraph test, and he refused. This is all new, to me, and it's new to everybody. So he said the FBI agent told him we would return Saturday for more questioning. Wow, today. So Chaney is a pig farmer who told Fox News earlier that FBI investigators arrived at his home July 26th and asked to search his property without a warrant. The investigators were there for nearly 2 hours, taking photos of the interior of his home and also searching his garage. Chaney said investigators then asked to interview him away from the property and kept his cell phone overnight to check his records. He has not been charged with a crime and said he has nothing to hide. Chaney told local news station Who TV that he was quizzed by 2 investigators. I don't know, and then it goes on to repeat what was previously reported. I just thought it was a waste of time, but that's from the same interview. Now, that's obviously pretty big news. That's Wayne Chaney right there. That's the pig farmer that they're referring to in the Fox article that I'm talking about here. And it says Wayne Chaney, a man with stalking convictions in 2009, 2014, lives in a trailer about 500 yards from a pig farm that was searched by investigators 8 days ago. 56-year-old told DailyMail.com he sold the facility to Prestige Farms 5 or 6 years ago. He said he never met Mollie or her family. When asked about his previous arrests, he said, I was arrested in 2011 for breaching a restraining order. It was an ex-girlfriend. That was the only time. But that, I don't understand. That says, these say 2009, 2014. That's been reported again and again, several places. Chaney then terminated the interview and abruptly and went back inside the home. The one-story trailer home in Deep River, 15 miles from south of Brooklyn. Calls to Prestige Farms were not immediately returned. And that's 500 yards from where he lives. Here's there he is, photo without his glasses. So in this video here, this is where they're searching. This is the large police presence off Highway 21 in between Guernsey and Deep River, which is near the hog farm where he lives, near where he lives, about a mile from it, as I understand it. And you know, that's where some of the confusion is. The reports were that there was somebody that was mowing a ditch and came across a red shirt. Supposedly, there's a red shirt that she normally would wear to day camp. You know, and what she would have been wearing had she shown up for work on Thursday to day camp. But you know, when the Winker, I think is his name, the FBI person who's been conducting the press conferences, he had no information on it. And I must say, the family seemed a little surprised by the question when asked about the red shirt. So, but it was reported that that's why police were called out there, that somebody mowing a ditch came across the red shirt, and so we just don't know about that yet. This is discussed in this a little bit. And they show some shirt searching here, and I'm not wanting to create more confusion. And that's what this article over here at the Daily Mail seemed to clear up a little bit, but it's just the mom, and you know, there's all these different accounts of what's going on, and it's just a lot of cross currents where things aren't confirmed. In any event, I noticed in this video that during the search, it looks as though one of the persons that's conducting the search right here, this guy, he's got something in his hand right there, and it looks like a red material that's like blowing in the wind. And it's just for a second. Nobody makes any mention of it, so I'm not trying to make a big deal of it, but you can definitely see something red blowing in the wind there, and I just don't know if that is a red shirt or not. You know, and I'm totally not trying to you know, add to rumors at all. So over at the Daily Mail, the mother basically, she believes at this point, she doesn't know. She's just kind of speaking to one of the reporters. I think she's getting frustrated and maybe is opening up a little bit more to reporters than before. I don't know. But it says that she, not frustrated with law enforcement, just frustrated, obviously, with this situation. It's terrible. So, but she was saying that she thinks that she believes she never made it back to the house after the jog, and that because the iPhone's still missing, the armband that would I think you would hold your iPhone in, and her earbuds, they're all still missing, as well as the clothes she was wearing when she was jogging is still missing. She says about the red shirt, there's two of those that are actually in her home, and she went back and forth. Mollie did, between this home, the boyfriend's home, and her home. It's like a mile apart. She would walk back and forth frequently. In fact, she would come home many nights to have dinner with her two brothers and her mom. You know, I think just walk. You know, so two of those shirts are at her mom's, but she does say, I don't know if there's a third, and there might have been a third at the house, at the boyfriend's house. So, you know, and she still might have planned to walk home, I don't know, before work, or have her brother, if he was going to bring her the car, you know, bring a shirt, you know, the next morning. When the brother texted her to see if she needed the car, she never answered the text, you know. But her mom in this article seems to think that Mollie never made it back to the home. And why there are reports that the computer, the laptop that was her laptop that was left at the boyfriend's, showed she was using it into the night on Wednesday. That's another thing that hasn't been confirmed by police, that, you know, reportedly the police told a family member, and that family member told reporters, but the police have never confirmed that. And in this article, she says that the internet history showed she was looking at Roman civilization, or something that she was studying in college. The internet history showed that. But again, that's not confirmed, and I just don't know. I mean, I know when I pull up like Chrome's internet history, you can see the times of websites that you were seeing, you know, and so I just don't know. I just don't know. I mean, it could have been the computer was left on. I don't know. But it does say, mother says she does not believe student ever returned from jog, but red T-shirt find and interview with convicted stalker take cops no nearer to solving 2-week mystery. So go through this as quickly as possible. Some of it is review, but some of it does elaborate on stuff that I hadn't heard before, I didn't know. So let me go through as good as I can. The FBI has gained access to Mollie's Fitbit, which typically tracks the number of steps a user has walked, their heart rate, quality of sleep, steps climbed, and other fitness metrics. If she had a more advanced model that hooked up wirelessly to her phone's GPS, it's possible they could glean the exact route, but we just don't know that. And so about the Snapchat, Dalton Jack, the boyfriend, received the Snapchat, very open one, around 10 p.m. that night, Wednesday night of July 18th, excuse me. But it doesn't mean that's when it was sent. That's just when he opened it, and because he didn't save it to memories, I don't know. I don't use Snapchat that much. I have an account, but I never use it. But if you don't save it to memories, it self-deletes automatically within within minutes. So it says, while the message was opened at 10 p.m., 2.5 hours after Mollie set off on her run, there is no way to tell when it was sent. And crucially, Jack didn't save the message to memories, which means it cannot be accessed again by Snap's self-delete after 10 seconds. Okay? And they don't know if Snap's ever going to be able to actually retrieve that. The mom believes, that there's got to be a way, and I would kind of agree with her, but I don't know, So... And Laura Calderwood, the mom, has actually called Snap to do everything possible to find her daughter's final message and establish when it was sent. So, as far as the missing items, Mollie's mom told DailyMail.com that all the items and clothes she took on her run have never been located. This includes the Fitbit, a gold-colored iPhone 7S, in a protective case, some white earbuds, and an armband pouch she used to hold the handset while she ran. Her dark-colored running shorts, pink sports top, and running shoes are also yet to be found despite extensive searches of Brooklyn and the surrounding county. So everything she was wearing when she was running has never been, recovered, and I think that's what leads her mom to believe that she never returned from the run. Mollie would often walk from Dalton Jack's place back to her mom's house to eat with her brother Scott and Jake. That's her pictured with the car that Mollie and Jake shared, her brother, and that's the car he texted her in the morning, do you need the car? She shares a silver Pontiac with Jake that she would usually use each morning for the 15-mile journey to her job. Okay, I didn't know that. It's a 15-mile journey to her job at Grinnell Regional Medical Center in Grinnell. But on the morning of July 19th, she didn't turn up at the family home and failed to reply when Jack texted her to ask if she needed a ride. As far as the red shirt, and it says, Laura said her daughter's laptop and wallet containing her driver's license and debit cards, as well as the newly acquired passport, have been located. The Pontiac is still parked in Laura's driveway. The red shirt, the reported discovery of the red shirt in the roadside ditch Thursday ignited fevered speculation it could belong to Mollie, who wore a similar T-shirt each day to her job at the medical center. In theory, she could have made it home from her jog, slept at her boyfriend's house, changed for work, then gone missing the next morning while wearing the red item. The clothing was spotted by someone mowing grass, but Kevin Winkler of the Iowa Department of Public Safety told press conference Friday that he had no information to confirm that anything belonging to Mollie had been found. Laura Callerwood, the mom, told Daily Mail that she found two of the daughter's red work shirts in her bedroom, but could not be certain that there wasn't a third somewhere. Mollie sometimes changed for work at her mom's house before taking the Pontiac, but also kept clothes and possessions at Dalton Jack's house. She sort of lived across both houses. She had her stuff in both places. I think that's Dalton Jack speaking to Daily Mail. Jack said Mollie would sometimes borrow his truck and head straight to work without stopping at her mom's place. Dogs in the basement. The dogs were locked in the basement. That's another reason why the mom thinks she maybe never made it back to the house. And Jack believed that one of the two dogs are pictured right here. One is a mixed breed between a lab and a pit bull. It was very protective and would have done something had something happened at the house. And And if she was at the house, they would have been sleeping with her in her bed with them. That's according to the boyfriend. The two animals were locked in the basement when everyone was out, but roamed freely when people came home. If she was at home with the dogs, she would have let them out the moment she got in. Calderwood revealed. If she slept at the house that night, they would have been on the bed with her. Jack told Daily Mail that when he found out Mollie was missing and raced home on July 19th, he found the dogs in the basement. There was no sign that either of them had fought with an intruder or had been distressed or agitated. If someone was coming for Mollie, one of the dogs, the Lab Pit Mix, which is the bigger of the two, would probably have done something about it, he said. And it goes on. In a further intriguing clue, investigators are believed to have found evidence Mollie had been using her MacBook Pro laptop on the evening of July 18th. This is the part that really confuses me. Calderwood said that a look at the internet history after it was retrieved from Jack's house suggested Mollie had been working on some homework assignment for her Roman civilization class. That's internet history after it was retrieved from Jack's house suggested Mollie had been working on a homework assignment from her Roman civilization class. However, she warned that it was unclear exactly when the laptop was used and cautioned against drawing any firm conclusions. I just don't know. You know, it's all these details are I just don't know for sure. And that's the story there. So as soon as any information comes in, I'll make a new video. Thanks for watching my videos. You know, hopefully she comes home. I'm hopeful she comes home. And please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man. That's Wayne Cheney right there. That's the pig farmer that they're referring to in the Fox article that I'm talking about here. And it says Wayne Cheney, a man with stalking convictions in 2009, 2014, lives in a trailer about 500 yards from a pig farm that was searched by investigators 8 days ago. 56-year-old told DailyMail.com he sold the facility to Prestige Farms 5 or 6 years ago. He said he never met Mollie or her family. When asked about his previous arrests, he said, "I was arrested in 2011 for breaching a restraining order. It was an ex-girlfriend. That was the only time." But that, I mean, I don't understand. I mean, that says, you know, these say 2009, 2014. That's been reported again and again, several places. Cheney then terminated the interview and abruptly and went back inside the home. The one-story trailer home in Deep River, 15 miles from south of Brooklyn. Calls to Prestige Farms were not immediately returned, and that's 500 yards from where he lives. Here's there he is, photo without his glasses. And so let me just continue.